Hi and welcome to my channel. I am Helen Hughes and I am your go-to person for all things fun during swimming lessons. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am the founder of Mini Water Adventurers, the creator of the Orca Swim Trainer, and I started swim education. Woo, that's a mouthful. This channel is all about creating a wonderful place for your swimmers, and you're creating such an imaginable and such a brilliant place for them to come to their lessons so they can learn their skill sets in a fun and engaging way. And today I'm going to be going through some winter themed ideas so that you can take to the poolside with you. So if you haven't seen my other videos with regards to a couple of other themes, ideas, I've done a snowman theme, and also it's snowing and they are getting themselves ready for a day in the snow. You can always add in different types of activities and games. And I really feel adding in games is really vital in a swimming lesson, and start it at a young age as well, because it means that they are going to get a lot more body awareness, they are going to have that sense of autonomy, and they are also going to feel engaged in a lesson that they will want to keep coming back time and time again. And it could be that the pool is very cold for them, so it's going to keep them going more and more times. The more they are moving, the more they are learning, which is fantastic. Not only do I use a lot of loose part play, small world play, I have a mini course that's play and swim. It's only £1 that you can go on and find out more details about play and why it's so beneficial to add a playful approach to your lessons. Not only do I use a lot of sort of creative but different things that you may not already be using in your lessons, something to think about adding and also investing in, because the children absolutely respond so well to this type of teaching. Not only do I do loose part play, but we also use a lot of songs throughout the lessons. Tend to do a lot more songs in parent and toddler, but I also know the songs or have these song sheets, so if the preschoolers are wanting to sing, then I have that accessible for them. Generally as well, on their backs, preschoolers love to have a song, so keep that in mind too. But other things that you could add in are little games like scavenger hunts, and also you could do games like Snowman Says. So it's like Simon Says, but we've changed it up. So I'm just going to show you today what sort of movements you could do for Snowman Says. And then you could create your own snow woman, snowman, whichever, and you can always adapt it accordingly. The first one is stomp your snow boots. So Snowman Says, stomp your snow boots. And what they're going to do is they're going to kick really, really fast. So whether or not they're on their noodles, they could be holding on to the side. If it's parent or toddler, they could be holding on with their parents. They could be swimming alongside their parents and moving along as well. So you're going to do that. You could do it timed, or it could be the distance that they're going to be doing it, depending on your pool space you have. And then you've got Snowman Says, melt like an icicle, which means that they're going to be going underwater. And this will need progressions. For the early years, age group is going to have quite a variety from when they are true beginners, if they're a little bit more advanced in this age group. So base your progressions on this. If it's melt like an icicle, maybe you could add in some water, of where you're sprinkling the water over them, and then they can choose to do it themselves, or you could have individual sprinkle cups, and that could be the progression that they're doing. They could actually do blowing bubbles as well, so mouth, nose, eyes and forehead, working progressions on that. Or you could then also do the ones that are wanting to go down and under. They can hold on to the side and go down and under themselves, or they can hold on to their parents, the parent and me classes, of where they both go down and under, or it could be just themselves going down and under, or they could always come to you and you do it with them. You could always then add it as a group, of where you could almost do a ring a rosy type of thing, and then we all go down and then they go down and under together. Loads of different things that you could potentially do with going underwater. Let's do a couple more here. We've got hibernate like a bear. We're going to pretend to be a bear, and they're going to be doing a mushroom float. Again, think about your lesson progressions for your children, of if they're not quite there doing the mushroom float, maybe you're getting them used to bringing their knees up to the chest, and they could be holding onto the noodles but still bringing their knees up to the chest. Maybe they haven't gone forward yet, but maybe they could also then still create a little bit of a ball but go on their backs first. So you don't want to, with those swimmers that are really not quite there yet, still do something of where they feel comfortable. And to be honest, they might even come up with something else themselves when you said hibernate like a bear. So roll with it. But the idea is for those that want to do that mushroom float and practice it, then they do that movement. All right, 2 more. So Snowman says freeze like ice. So basically you're going to have them moving around, and then when you say freeze, then they actually have to stop and pretend to freeze. They either lie on their backs, lie on their fronts, or they're treading water, or they're holding onto the noodles and they are freezing. Last one, but there are more on here. We're going to pop up like a snow fox. Very similar to going under the water. And I love doing snow fox bobs. I call them frog bobs, call them all sorts of different things. But they're basically, it's a breath control activity of where it's teaching them to get a quick breath, go down underwater, and then come up, take a breath, and so forth. So that when they are doing a pop-up breathing, going in the correct swimming position, that they're learning to take that breath, and basically that breath control, it becomes more natural for them to do when we're doing it. Yes, we're doing it vertical, but you could also do it horizontal as well in the water, so it depends. Now with the bob, they are holding onto the side, or their parents, and they're taking a breath, they're going down under the water, and then they're blowing out. Now make sure that with their parents that they can see the bubbles. If you don't see the bubbles, it's more likely that they're holding their breath, and each time they come up, they go, and it's just too much. They just need to expel out all that air under the water and then come up and take that quick breath again. And you're going to range from 5 to 10. So again, with those progressions, just decide on how many they're going to have to do. Or it could be that you could add in then the movement cube with dice, and obviously you can do more than this, up to 6, or however many you want, and that they have to do 2, or then you can say they throw 1 and a 2, and then you have to add it, and that's the amount that they're going to be doing. And let's throw in another one. And then we're going to twinkle like an icicle, and you're going to rotate from the back to the front to the back. So they're doing their rolls. If they are in their orcas, then they'll find this really fun, because they can still be off on their own, and then they can do the icicle rolls, or their twinkling. So they're rolling from their front to the back to their fronts. So they're practicing on those safety skills. If they're with their parents, then maybe they can help them accordingly to this. But like I said, if they're independently using their orca swim trainers, it gives them that buoyancy of where they can practice doing this than by themselves. There is more on here. This could be a whole lesson of where you're just doing Snowman Says, and it's just a different way of conducting your lesson that's not the traditional way of following a lesson plan per se. I hope you've liked this idea. If you would like some more, then please check out the rest of the playlists on here for games and activities for early years. And there is also different videos for games for higher stages as well, but they can also be adaptable to the early years too. So make sure you check those out. If you're interested in Swim Squad membership, there are loads of information on the paid membership of where you get all of these resources on there, all the prop ideas and everything, all your templates that you need to have in your lessons is all on there for you to use whenever you want to use them. More information about that, I'm going to put the link in the description as well. Enjoy your lessons, take care, and most importantly, have a ton of fun. See you in the next one.